Hey kids, I've got an important question for you. How the goo are you? I don't think that was loud enough. Let's try it again. How the goo are you? Oh wow, I could hear you from all the way over here. I hope you've had an amazing week. But I think there's something missing. Let's give Lucy a call. Hey Lucy.
Hi Molly. What are you ringing me for?
Well, I wanted to know what's happening today in GOO.
Well, Molly, we have a lot that we're doing in GOO today. But I think it's Ellie that's doing the game. So let me ring her, or I'll add her into this call, and then we can see what the game is.
Well, it's so exciting. All you need to do is grab a piece of paper and a teaspoon, and that's all I'm going to give away for you today.
Thanks, Ellie. That seems really I think we have a craft with Crasula, don't we? Let me add her into the call as well. Hi, Crasula. We're just ringing to ask you what the craft is for today.
This week's craft is actually based off a story, and you'll be making a mask out of one of the characters.
Cool. That sounds so much fun. And then I think we have worship, don't we? This week we are doing Let Go. I think we may have a few of you guys in the video too. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, Ben's telling the story after that. Why don't we ring him and see what he can tell us about the story? Hey Ben!
Hey Lucy, so we've got an amazing story planned today. I can't tell you too much about it, but what I can tell you is there might be a talking animal involved.
That sounds awesome. So that's all we've got for this week.
So keep watching for an amazing GOO session. Over to you, Ellie.
Thanks, Molly. Well, guys, I told you about our game earlier and how you needed a teaspoon and a piece of paper. Well, let me tell you now how you're going to play. So, step one, all you need to do, grab your paper and crumple it up nice and tight. If you make it smaller, it'll help you out. Once you've done that, place it on your teaspoon. You're going to be doing a homemade egg and spoon race. So, you might want to grab your parents or siblings and in the garden or in the hallway, have an egg and spoon race. See who can get to the end first. Whoa! Oh, it's fallen over on the floor. I hope you guys don't do the same. Let's see who can win.
Hey kids, wasn't Ellie's game amazing? My name's Crasula and I'll be doing the craft with you today. Today we're doing a donkey mask. So why don't we head back inside and we'll have a go together. So we're going to make this donkey mask, which is actually from the story. So what we need first is A4 paper, and this can be white or grey or any colour that you want. You need a grown-up with you, as we are using sharp scissors, and I've also got these safety scissors as well, which I like using. We also need some sellotape, a pink crayon or felt tip, a black marker, we need a pencil that you don't mind using for the back of the mask, and we need some glue sticks to stick it down with, and anything else that you want to decorate it with. I have glitter glue and pom-poms and sequins, but you can use whatever you want to decorate. So if I just pause this, if you just pause this and then get everything that you need to make it. Okay, so once we've got everything, we can get started. So we'll put everything to the side, and we're going to start off first with our white paper, and we only need one sheet of this. Okay, so we're going to do the outline of our mask. We're going to draw it. So we'll start off with the ears, to go around and then down, and then we'll do the mouth like this, and then we'll do the hair and the other ear, and then back round. If you just pause this video and then you can copy the template that I've just done. And once you've copied that, we'll get our paper and we'll cut it out. Okay, once we've cut out our shape, we'll put the scraps of paper in the bin, and then we'll pick up our black marker again and we'll start to make the outline. So as you can see, there should be an oval here, so we'll draw that, and then we have big eyes like this, or you can stick on googly eyes if you really want and colour those in. And if you want, we can put eyelashes on, and then we'll outline the hair like this and then colour the hair in. And remember, you can do whatever colour you want because it's your donkey mask, so make whatever colours which you like, and then we'll just give him a bit more hair like that. There we go. And then we'll get our pink and we'll make the inside of the ears. So just do triangles like that and then colour them in. And the other side. And colour them in. Okay, once we've done that, we'll pick up our black marker again and do our nostrils for our donkey. 1, 2, and a big smiley face. There we go. And if you want, you can add little rosy cheeks if you want, like this. Obviously you don't have to. Just decorate it how you like. I'm gonna get some glitter glue, black one actually, and then I'll put it on his nostrils so he can have sparkly nostrils, because that's how I want my donkey. There we go, beautiful. And I'll get my glue, and then I'll get my sequins that I want, and then I'll stick on its hair like this, just make it nice and pretty. There we go. And then we're going to get our pencil, and this is where the big scissors come in, so please make sure that you get an adult to help you with this. And we're going to cut our scissors. Obviously I'm a lot older, so I don't need an adult, but you guys do. So we're going to put it at the top of the pencil like that. Just stick it to whatever at the minute, and just put it like so on your pencil, like this. So they're spread out, and then we'll turn to the back of our donkey and stick it on like that. And there you go, you've got your donkey mask. Well done everyone, I hope you enjoyed making your donkey mask, and if you're really proud of your creation, which you should be, I encourage you to take a picture of it and send it to icon.goo on Instagram. Now let's put all our creations to the side and let's stand up ready for worship.
Hey kids, how you all doing? Now we're going to do some worship, and it's been amazing so far. So we're doing Let Go, and I know some of you sent some videos in, so keep an eye out. Are you ready?
Nailed it. Let's move on. Here we go. Lock off. And we're rolling.
I close my eyes and colors fly. There's no hiding from your grace. I can't deny your heart for mine. and its unrelenting chase. I was on the edge of deception, caught up in my own hesitation, until your love took over me. So I let go and I let love show me life like it's supposed to be. An oasis, here awaits us, all the freedom I'll ever need. Now I'm alive. When I let go, then I find life. When I let go, then I find life. When I let go, then I find life. The highway is calling me to a life unlike before. The Father's heart is beckoning, and I can't resist no more. Lead me in the ways of devotion. I don't wanna get caught in emotions. My heart is only for you, Lord. So I let go and I let love show me life like it's supposed to be. An oasis, here awaits us, all the freedom I'll ever need. Now I'm alive. When I let go, then I find life. Oh la la, oh la la. When I let go, then I find life. When I let go, then I find life. So I let go and I let love show me life like it's supposed to be. An oasis, here awaits us, all the freedom I'll ever need. Now I'm alive. When I let go, then I find life. 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 Oh la la, oh la la. When I let go, then I find life.
How amazing was worship? I hope you all got involved at home. We're going to go into a time of prayer now, so if you want to find somewhere comfy to sit down and close your eyes in prayer, feel free. Dear Jesus, thank you so much that you're in our lives and that you're letting us have so much fun at home. I pray, Lord, for anyone who is ill or sick and anyone who may be struggling or upset. And I pray that you'll be with them every step of the way. I pray that we have loads of fun this week and we find new exciting activities to try at home. In your name we pray. Amen. Well, now it's time for our story. So, wait a minute, I'm the story. I better go. Bye.
So I'm going to tell you a story about a donkey. And it isn't just any old donkey, because this donkey could talk. So at this point in the Bible, the Israelites have been travelling through the desert, fighting some really, really mean people who wouldn't let them pass through their land. But God was with them and he helped them win all of these battles. And a king in a land called Moab had been told about this. And as you imagine, he was really scared because he didn't want them passing through his land, but his army wasn't big enough to defeat them. So he saw how many there were and he got even more scared. So the king had an idea. he decided to send for a man that he knew called Balaam, and he knew that Balaam was a really powerful man. And the king sent his men, and his men said, if you come, the king's going to give you loads of money, but only if you curse these men. But Balaam was a really clever man, and he said, I've got to have a chat with God first. So that night, God and Balaam spoke, and God said, you must not curse these men. These are my people. So the next morning, he delivered the bad news, and he went to the men and said, I can't curse these guys. Go back to your king. And then the king was really disappointed, but he had another idea. He said, why don't you give Balaam more money? So the men went back to Balaam and they said, we'll give you even more money and whatever else you ask for. But then Balaam told the men, it's tempting, but I must listen to God, so I'll have another chat with God tonight. And then during the night, God told Balaam that if the men came to get him, he could go with them, but only to do what he told them to do. And he could only go with these men if the men came to get him. So that morning, Balaam woke up, he saddled his donkey, and he got off to join the men. But the men didn't come to get him. Balaam just joined them, he was a little bit eager. And this made God a little bit angry. And an angel appeared in front of them in the road, and he tried to stop Balaam. Balaam's donkey saw the angel in the way, so he went off the path, but Balaam didn't see him, so he got annoyed at the donkey. Why don't you try and do your angriest faces for me? So Balaam turned to his donkey and he said, get back on the road. So the donkey gets back on the road. A little further on, the angel appeared, but the road was really narrow, and the donkey saw this, and he couldn't get past the angel, so he walked as close to the rocks as he could. But this meant that Balaam caught his foot on the rocks, and he was in a little bit of pain, and he started to get even more annoyed at the donkey. He was starting to wonder what was wrong with it. And again, they carried on, but the angel appeared again later, where the rocks made the path even more narrow, so that the donkey had nowhere to go. So it just laid down. And Balaam was furious. He started shouting at the donkey and hitting him with his walking stick. Now this is where the story gets really interesting. So at this point in the story, God gives the donkey the ability to talk, which I know is insane, but bear with me. So the donkey turns around to Balaam and he says, what have I done to you? Why are you so mad at me? What have I done that would make you hit me and shout at me? And Balaam thought he was going mad, but he answered back anyway. And he said, you've made me look ridiculous. And the donkey replied, well, wait a minute. I'm your donkey. You've had me for years and I've never done this. But then God allowed Balaam to see the angel. And the angel said, why did you get angry at your donkey? I'm the one trying to stop you. And Balaam apologized. He said, I'm sorry. I'll go home. I realize what I've done is wrong. I didn't listen to God. But the angel stopped him and he said, no, go with the men, but be really careful. So after a while, they arrived and the king said, what took you so long? Why are you only just here? And Balaam replied, I'm here now, but I'm not too sure that I'm going to be able to help you, because I can only say the words that God tells me to say. And Balaam came back to the king later and he said, look, I'm sorry. God said I can't do it. And then even more Israelites arrived, so the king said, what about now? There's loads of them, you must be able to curse them now. And Balaam passed on the next message from God and he said, whoever blesses them shall be blessed, and whoever curses them shall be cursed. And the king waited a bit and he said, well look now, there's so many more of them. And Balaam started to get frustrated and he passed on God's message again. He said, God said no, I can't do it. And the king said, you have to leave, I'm done. But Balaam gave him one last message from God. He said, one day I will send the Messiah from the family of Jacob who will overcome all the bad in the world. The moral of this story, guys, is that you should listen to God. God knows what's best for you, and if you do what he tells you to do, he's going to bless you. You'll have so much.
Wasn't that amazing? But I think there's someone else missing. I know, Jacob, let's give him a ring.
Hey Molly, you okay?
Where have you been? It's GOO.
Oh no, I've missed it. Oh no, I've been watching church online. I know what we can do. The memory verse. See you later, Molly. I hope you remember it. Here we go. The Lord is my protector. He is my strong fortress. My God is my protection, and with him I am safe. He protects me like a shield, and he defends me and keeps me safe. Psalm 18, verse 2.